G'day all, welcome back. We're back on the internet together again today, and unfortunately, it's not good news. We're going to be talking about the Bondi beach terrorist attack. Let's jump into it.
Is that gunshots? I don't know. Sheer panic in Bondi.
Here you go. So I want to have that as the poster child. I want to have that image burnt into people's minds of those two people with rifles, sniper rifles, whatever they've got on the bridge there, the father and son combination. That can be the poster child of Labor's lack of action on all this hatred that's been going on and sizzling in these communities for about a couple of years now. You know, it's just been escalating and escalating. And unfortunately, this is something that was bound to happen. Bound to happen. It started off with protests. It started off with synagogues being attacked, businesses being attacked, people's property, cars being vandalised in Jewish suburbs. Now it's a mass shooting. Why is this happening in Australia? Like if you see that picture of those guys there, it looks like something from the Middle East. And then that's why that's all here, because there's been zero action by the government. Government, oh no, we support all this pro-Palestine stuff, which is really a better hatred towards Jewish people. I'm not going to say I understand all the ins and outs of all this stuff. However, if you're going down to a local park when they have some sort of festival on and shooting people, just something very, very wrong with somebody to be doing that.
Terrified beachgoers run for their lives as shot after shot rings out.
Everyone was just running and there were bullets and there were so many of them and we were really scared. We didn't know where they were coming from. We just didn't know. And we were just running and I was thinking, we're not going to hide.
You know, so this isn't the Gaza Strip. This is Bondi Beach in Australia, in New South Wales. In a place where we're supposed to have strict gun laws, these things aren't supposed to be happening. Now, apparently this guy did have registered firearms, 6 registered firearms, so his name's the father and son combination here. But just seeing this, waking up to this news or hearing about it last night, this country has changed forever. Right? Not just because of this event, but leading up to this event. The last couple of years especially, with all this just crazy protesting and all this stuff going on. Like, this country is just not what it was, and it won't be the same again, in my opinion, after what's happened. The Australia that I once knew, that a lot of you people who are watching once knew, that we grew up in, gone. Right? Too much importing of conflicts from these Middle Eastern countries now. That's all here. It's all here now. These attitudes where people don't have much respect for human life, and the only way to resolve conflict is to cause physical harm on others.
The iconic beach had been packed with people enjoying the summer's evening. Tourists and families forced to flee.
I look two men, mini sniper. He say in the pond white and bomb, 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 everything, every the man, bomb, bomb. The man in the gun, he say me, this, me, I go before the car, yes.
He aimed at you.
Me, moi, there is one car, I say this, I'm cashed. I listen, boom, boom, I cashed.
Many taking cover inside nearby restaurants.
Shit!
We ran into behind the kitchen.
The new Australia, everybody, there we go. Absolutely despicable, disgusting.
And we were just hiding in a room and there were lots of children there. Their parents weren't there because this was a kids' party basically, and lots of kids crying. It was really horrible.
The two shooters used long-armed weapons to open fire from a bridge onto a park where members of Sydney's Jewish community had gathered to celebrate Hanukkah.
This is a targeted attack on Jewish Australians on the first day of Hanukkah, which should be a day of joy, a celebration of faith.
Oh yeah, good on you, mate. Where was the government concern and action when you're having violent protests week in, week out? Just letting it happen, mate. Letting it happen. And now you're going to say, oh, you're surprised that something like this has happened.
Act of evil anti-Semitism, terrorism that has struck the heart of our nation.
Our heart bleeds for Australia's Jewish community tonight. I can only imagine the pain that they're feeling right now to see their loved ones killed as they celebrate this ancient holiday. It's a responsibility of all Australians to wrap their arms around Australia's Jewish community and help them get through this incredibly difficult period.
Israel's president praying for the victims.
Our heart goes out to them. Our heart misses a beat. The entire nation of Israel misses a beat in this very moment as we pray for the recovery of the wounded. We pray for them and we pray for those who've lost their lives.
Amid the chaos...
This is an absolute black mark on Australia, like globally. And I'm still very much in shock. I think it's absolutely horrendous. It's horrible that this can happen in this country. And Australia's now the new UK. You literally got people running around. People say, no, it's a one-off. You got people now running around with sniper rifles. Sniper rifles just running around shooting people indiscriminately. Children as well included in that. Like pure evil. Pure hatred. So you look at the UK and what it is now, or now Australia is that. Letting it happen. I'm going to change over because I don't want to watch that particular one anymore.
Anti-Semitism and in this country over the last couple of years particularly has come under fire, and the government allowing it to happen. On our text line, that's a lot of what you're saying at the moment. The country is coming to grips with what happened at Bondi Beach. We're now joined by Josh Frydenberg, former Treasurer and Jewish advocate too. Good morning to you. When the news started to filter through, Josh, what was your reaction?
Shock and horror and a deep sadness. This is a tragedy of unimaginable proportions, and my heart, Shervo, goes out today to all the loved ones of those who've been killed and injured. Sadly, Australia will never be the same again. But as you alluded to in your introduction, this has been all too predictable, and many of us have warned that this day would come. I mean, ever since those celebrations on the steps of the Opera House in the aftermath of the Hamas attack on October the 7th, the Jewish community has been subject to unprecedented acts of violence and hate, from the burning of synagogues and daycare centres to the doxing of Jewish artists, to the boycotting of Jewish businesses, to riots in predominantly Jewish suburbs in Melbourne.
Spot on. You couldn't have said it any better. Like, the government's let this happen. You got Albanese, or was it only 2 or 3 months ago, saying that he recognises, Palestinians, it's free state, encouraging this sort of stuff. And he's got to getting buddy pat on the back by buddy Hamas. Well, it is just... I'm actually quite speechless on today, which is absolutely rare for me. I just can't believe this has really happened.
And while this has all happened, our leaders have been bystanders. They've just allowed these flames of hate to burn, and to burn in a way in Australia that hasn't been replicated in any other countries in the world. And now we've got so many people who have been killed, and it's such a tragedy. And this is an attack on Australia, and we cannot have more hollow words. We need firm action to prevent anything like this ever happening again.
Josh, you've said Australia is no longer safe for Jews. That is an intolerable prospect. A year ago, I found comments that you had made. You said when it came to anti-Semitism, there were red lines that were not to be crossed. What red lines were crossed?
Well, I did a documentary more than a year and a half ago on the rise in anti-Semitism in Australia, and one of the people I interviewed was John Howard, our second longest serving Prime Minister, and he said that if he was Prime Minister, in the hours after October the 7th, he would have rung the opposition leader, Kim Beazley, and asked him to stand with him in the Prime Ministerial courtyard and send a message to every Australian. These were the red lines that were not to be crossed. This was the conduct that would not be accepted in Australia. Yet we have seen every day, whether it's on our campuses, whether it's on our streets, whether it's outside our places of worship, outside our schools, we have seen hatred across the Jewish community that is being carried out without a sufficient response. And our
You couldn't be any more right. This stuff has just been going on way too long. And I'm not even saying it because the people are Jewish. It's any person. Why does any person have to be at risk of being shot by religious fanatics? Because you get those people from certain parts of the world who have been radicalized. The only way they deal with conflict is to attack people, is to kill people. Like, this country's going down, absolutely downhill. As I said, you import people from other countries, you bring all their problems here, and this is what you get. You bring all their beefs here. It's the same as in Melbourne here with all the machetes and all this stuff going on. And I risk of being called racist. I don't care. Fucking, it's the truth. It's the truth. Anyway, Australia's downward spiral. Absolutely horrible news. And yeah, absolute heart goes out to everybody involved in this. Families, direct families, the people who have unfortunately lost their lives, and communities. I'm absolutely shocked, and I'm sure many of you at home are shocked that this has happened in our country. Thanks for watching.